You're spending hours creating content, sending it to editors, hitting publish, and then the view count, negative 100 views. It feels like nobody's watching. But what if I told you that's exactly why now is the perfect time to start a YouTube channel? I've been creating content for business owners and YouTubers for the past 7 years. I know what it's like to work with clients, watching their videos flop and awkwardly having to explain YouTube's a long game. But the clients who stuck with it, I personally saw firsthand all the benefits that YouTube brings to my clients. Look, I'm not going to talk about the obvious things like build a personal brand to build an audience, or YouTube will make you a lot of money and fast, because the second one is not true at all. In this video, I'm breaking down 3 surprising reasons why starting a YouTube channel, especially when no one's watching, might just be the greatest idea you'll ever make. Many of us dream of standing on stage, lights shining at us, hundreds of people listening to every single word we're speaking on stage. The audience cheering and clapping for us, giving us a standing ovation. Some of us are crazy enough to believe that's possible, aka me. And everyone else watching this video. We want to share our ideas and experiences, to be heard. Having our message make a real impact. That desire to speak confidently isn't just about public speaking. It's about being seen as a leader, someone whose voice carries weight, whether it's in meetings, presentations, or in front of clients. But getting there isn't easy. Organizing an event, securing a venue, getting people to show up, it takes time, money, and a lot of nerve actually. And once you're on stage, the fear of stumbling in front of so many eyeballs can feel paralyzing. So how do you build that confidence without the stage? Spending thousands on getting a venue set up, or the fear of failure? There's a way to start building that skill, and it doesn't involve a crowd. Your YouTube channel can be the stage you need to develop your voice, refine your message, and grow into the speaker who's ready to stand in front of an audience anytime. By making videos, you're not just improving your speaking skills, you're building the confidence and clarity that translates into real world influence. This isn't the video on how to speak better in front of the camera, but there is a guy you have to check out on YouTube after finishing this video. An international motivational and inspirational keynote speaker who uses magic as a metaphor on stage. His name is Vin Gong. I hope I pronounced that right. The biggest takeaways that I got from watching Vin Gong's content is the fact that your voice is like an instrument. Think of a piano. You have the low notes and you have the high notes. I'm not a pianist, so I hope I did that right. Throughout your whole life, you've only been practicing this side of the keyboard, but you have all these different keys inside of your voice that you never thought was possible to use. And growing up, you might have actually tried to use those different notes while you're speaking, trying to sing, or trying to communicate with somebody. But somewhere along the way, someone makes fun of you, and now you don't want to ever talk like that. Which leads me to the biggest takeaway I took from watching his content. Some people would say, hey, you sound fake, but how could it be fake if it's coming out of your voice? You're trying to use the different frequencies in your voice so you can talk really, really loud or really, really deep. That was a funny example, but you get my point. Don't let the fear of someone's judgment prevent you from experimenting on the different ways your voice can actually show up. When you watch those top YouTubers, you might think they speak so naturally and clearly, but that's not the only thing that's setting them apart. There's something deeper they've mastered, and it's what really makes their content resonate. Every successful YouTuber has this in common. It's not their editing skills or their fancy gear. It's something more subtle, yet incredibly powerful. At first, you might feel like your voice doesn't matter, or your ideas are too different from what's popular. It's easy to fall into the trap of copying trends or mimicking the styles of big creators. The more you try to be like someone else, the harder it really is to stand out. Regularly creating content forces you to step out of that mold. With each video, you realize there's an audience for your way of thinking, even if it doesn't seem obvious at first. Over time, you start to see that people are drawn to your perspective, not just your content. Most of us build a barrier between our true selves and the people who want to see. Who is this person? Personal branding is more about the process of self-discovery and creating a space where your unique perspective is not just heard, but appreciated. That's where the real growth happens, both for you and your channel. I've seen my clients evolve over time with my help. One of my clients told me something that gave me the confidence to start my YouTube channel. He said, "Marlon, if it wasn't for you taking care of the video quality, making me look good in front of the camera, holding me accountable and helping me feel more confident by cheering me on, I would have stopped." And you have to understand, this guy is making over 300 mil a year. When he said that, not gonna lie, I teared up. It was pretty awkward because I just didn't realize how much of an impact I truly had on someone. And it isn't until you, well, A, get a testimonial, and B, just have a genuine conversation of how your service helped them throughout their journey of being an influencer, being a guru, whatever you want to call it, because at the end of the day, it's so important for me and for them to just, I see such great potential in my clients. I see that they have such a unique perspective on life and strong stories that I genuinely want them to share to the world, because I wish I genuinely had someone helping me when I first started off, when I knew nothing. And the fact that they're so kind and willing to share their expertise to the world for free, it's just, I genuinely feel like I have to help them, because if I had that piece of information, I definitely more than likely 100% would have not lost the amount of money that I've lost. As your unique perspective starts to resonate with people and start posting videos consistently, you don't just connect with your audience, you start building something that works behind the scenes for you, even when you're offline. We all know building trust is crucial, especially when it comes to marketing your business or services. But how do you make people trust you when they've never met you in person? When someone lands on your YouTube channel, what they see is more than just a single video. They see a body of work, a collection of content that tells them something important. But most creators don't realize how much power this actually holds. It's no secret that today's digital landscape is more crowded than ever. Every business, coach, entrepreneur is fighting for your attention, trying to prove they're the best. But here's the problem. People aren't going to trust you just because you say you're an expert. They need to see it. When was the last time you instantly trusted someone after the first interaction? It rarely happens. We trust people who are consistent, who show up over and over again, providing value and insights that resonate with us. Now imagine having hours of your content that show who you are, your expertise, your values, and the solutions you offer. Each video becomes a brick that builds trust, showing your audience that you're not just another voice in the crowd. And if you think this is just for big creators with millions of views, think again. Even a small YouTube channel with thoughtful, valuable content can make a huge impact. The goal isn't about going viral, it's to build trust and authority, one video at a time. That's not just another viewer. That's someone building rapport with you without even realizing it. The best part, your content is working for you on autopilot. You're no longer having to repeat the same pitch over and over to potential clients or customers. Instead, they land on your channel, spend hours watching your video, and by the time they contact you, they're already sold on what you bring to the table. Now you get to focus on higher level conversations, guiding them to the next step, whether it's just a sale, a consultation, or joining your community. These videos continue to work for you around the clock, bringing in leads and clients while you focus on what you do best. That's how scalable marketing works, by leveraging content that educates, builds trust, and sells without you having to repeat yourself over and over. Each video, aka the brick, is building a wall of undeniable proof of who you say you are. If you're serious about building a YouTube channel that works for you even while you're offline, then click here to watch this video that YouTube thinks you'll get value from. I'll see you there.